Hello, hello! 1 second, guys. I just realized that I didn't turn on my camera. Let me see. There we go. I remember how to do things. Hi, Jelly! Oh my goodness, Jelly! Yeah, because Sochi estaba cantando, que no? Sochi was singing. Yeah, I was like, it's 10. I should start now. I have maintained somewhat of a sleep schedule. Let me see. I think that I need also, so that you guys can see my screen today. First I'll embiggen myself. And then for you guys, first I'm gonna make sure that that's muted. And then I'm gonna make sure that you can see this. There we go. Perfect. How are you, Jelly? Are you doing good? I hope you're doing well. If I could sing, I totally would, but maybe in another life. Maybe in another life. Just not this one. Just not this one. I know. I'm glad that you're doing good, Jelly. I'm glad. I am once again complicating my life by also streaming to the Red app. So I'm like, oh, is it good? And I think it is. Oh my god. The floor freaks are back. Hello, Sochi. Ya terminaste de cantar. Estabas cantando, ¿que no? Hello. Hello, floor freaks. Hello. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to Sochi's beautiful voice. He's very talented. Welcome on in. Hi, Ray, my wifey. Puras serenadas. Pero bien bonito. That's true. You did give up cussing for us for a while. And I had nothing to do with it. Little old me. Soy inocente. Welcome in, everyone. I think most of you guys already know me. Oh, also, I just started, but let me see. We are a pro now. So I know how to do a little shout out for you. Sochi started flirting with Chat's moms. Wow. Con las mamás, Sochi. Híjole. My goodness. Sochi, you do not want to fight with the children of Mexican mamas or other Latina mamas, okay? We get it from them. You say it's slander, but then you're like, if they like my singing. Oh, thank you, Jelly. Thank you. Sochi likes MILF. Oh my god, those allegations are going to stick forever. I hope you know, Sochi. I hope you know. Also, Sochi, I know that you said that you need to get ready for tomorrow, so if you need to raid and run and go get ready for the night, please don't let me keep you. Thank you so much. And I look forward to the next time I get to do a redeem. You know what my request is. Sol, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you, thank you. You've become an EP bat. Welcome, 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 welcome. So, exactly, Ray, thank you. Ray preaches my innocence. He being a freak here because he can't be a freak in his chat or he gets busted. True, 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 true. Oh, Sochi will be here. Collecting points. Te veo, I see you, I see you. I didn't say nothing, you lie, Sochi. Glorpy, hi Glorpy, hello, hello. It's good to see you again. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for the coven offering. I appreciate you. Good night, Sol. Have a good lurk. Good night, good night. Buenas noches. Have sweet dreams. Good night, good night. I laugh. My face hurts from laughing. And I don't laugh often, if you can believe. I think the most that I laugh is on streams. Let me see. Make sure that you guys can see this. Rin, hello, hello. Welcome on in. First time chatter. It's good to see you. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing very well. You didn't say nothing, Chanti. You know I love everyone. Indeed I do. I know, Jelly. We're poor innocent souls. We're innocent. It's all Sochi. And we have the proof. We have the proof, don't we? We have a lot of clips. Ren, I'm doing very well, very well. Thank you for asking. How are you doing? I'm doing good. I'm happy that it's almost Friday. Because, my goodness, I need a Friday. I desperately need Friday to be here. It's been a long week. I was really confused for a while of what day it was. We have much proof indeed, indeed, indeed. And today, Soraya, hello, hello, how are you? How are you doing? I hope you're doing very well. You just got out on vacation today. Ooh, Rin, I hope that you enjoy your time. Oh, that's so nice. It's so, so nice. I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. I think I'll be going on vacation later in the year. Ideally. Hopefully. Oh, you're doing well, Soraya. Also, am I saying your name correctly? Soraya? Let me know, let me know. I'm glad that you're doing well. I'm doing really well too. Ready to yap. I was going to think about gaming, but then I was like, chill day. I will probably game. I'm not sure if I'll be live tomorrow, but I'm definitely going to be live Saturday for a repo collab. Fun. Works for you? That's good. Yes, I'm a big yapper. Me and Jelly are very big yappers. JD, hello. First time chatter. Welcome on in. Good morning, evening, or afternoon. Indeed. Hello. How are you doing? Howdy, Ram. Hello. I hope you're doing well. Yay! I'm excited. I'm very, very excited. Today, I have for you all a Rotten Mango react, and it's a little bit true crimey. It's nothing too intense, so don't worry about it. I'm probably never gonna do any like really intense true crime on the channel, just for a lot of reasons. A lot of reasons. Today is like a funny, silly true crime of a man that went missing. Or did he? Or was he really just pretending to be gone so that he could date his foreign girlfriend? What do you guys think happened? Hi, hi. I hope you are all doing very well. You're well, waiting for a familiar name. Oh. I'm doing very well. I'm doing very well tonight. I'm ready to chill and relax with you all. And lucky for us, my technology seems to be cooperating with me. It doesn't always work out that way, believe you me. Technology does not always cooperate. Oof. Rotten Mango, you love Rotten Mango? I love them so much too, Ray. I love them so much. The tea is piping hot today, Rem. You know me, you know me. The crimes we commit, yes. Criminals, online vigilantes. I prefer the word vigilante. Thank you very much. And let me check one thing over here on my screen. All right, everything looks good. Everything looks good. We're hot, we're sexy, we're smooth sailing for once. Hallelujah. I'm so glad that you guys are doing so well. That makes me happy. And now we get to learn about what I have lined up for us today. The video is called Man from Viral TikTok Looks Exactly Like Missing Husband. Did he fake his own death for another girl? Dun dun dun. What do you guys think happened? I know where I'm placing my bets. I'm gonna start the video and obviously be yapping a whole lot throughout it. You guys let me know if the video audio is loud enough for you guys, because I want to make sure that you guys can hear well. That is a lot of work for a love escapade. I agree. I don't have that kind of effort for anybody. Unless God himself came down and said, this is your soulmate I designed for you. No. I need proof, receipts, timeline. I need all the things. This is the Chantico. Oh my god. Rem, that is solid gold. That is a good one. That is fantastic. Beautiful. Fantastic. Fantastic. Get it? Because Chantico, like Chantico. I do get it, Rem. I got it. 1000%. It's a very, very good pun. Does that count as a pun?
Bada bing, bada boo.
Do you trust a random stranger to give you life-altering advice? Imagine walking up to a stranger, you give them this coin. Hey, toss the coin. Toss the coin, and based off of what it lands on, by you tossing it, I'm gonna decide whether or not I break up with my girlfriend and move to the other side of the country to join a band. And my fate is in this random person's hand. Someone I don't even know. I don't even know what this person is about. Would you trust a stranger with that level of power? At the pier in San Diego, California, there's this TikToker, Bailey, who's casually sitting on the side, and she is hoping that people trust a stranger like that. She's got this giant poster board sitting on her lap, and it just reads, "Ask me for free advice," in big, bright orange letters. I don't know how long she's been sitting out there for, but a middle-aged man stops on his bike.
Do I go to Uzbekistan or stay here?
Yes, and it's such an intense question. Wait, say that one more time. Do I go to Uzbekistan or stay here?
Do you have family there?
No.
Why do you want to go?
Meet a woman.
To meet a woman. And it was Uzbekistan.
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 Which That's a huge thing to ask a stranger for advice. Do you move to the other side of the world for a woman, or do you stay here? I don't know, but maybe he just needs someone who blurts out an answer. To give you the honest truth of how I feel about this TikTok, it appears to me that he just wants someone to say yes. Like, you know, when you ask someone for advice, but you are...
I agree. I agree completely. I can't even trust myself. Jelly, I can. I trust myself, and actually, I have the opposite problem. I usually have already made up my mind, so I wouldn't even ask anyone else. I would just go with my gut instinct, my gut feeling, and that's what I'm going with. So I would never be in this situation. More importantly, who amongst you would ask someone, should I move to Uzbekistan for a woman? Who amongst you? Who amongst you? Raise your hands. I hope it's none of you. Please never ask a stranger this question, because holy fuck. I think I'd be stun locked. Like, obviously this TikToker was out there for content. I would be stun locked. I'd have nothing to say. I would be completely... Especially once you find out that it's for... The way that he says it, he's like, a woman? You immediately know that, like, you've never met this person, have you? You've never met this person. And so, obviously, my instinct would be, please don't. However, as you will see, it will get worse. Dun 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 dun. Because it always does. You're indecisive, but I land in that responsibility on a stranger just trying to outline them. Oh my god, honestly, so true. So true. I don't even ask people that I know for life advice. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't even ask the people in my life for life advice. I'm pretty private. However, I understand that some people, and I think she's making a good point, some people just want to find someone to affirm them. And I think that that's what this guy's looking for. I think he just wants someone to say yes. That's my gut.
You know what you want to hear, so anything else is just going in one ear and out the other. It doesn't matter to you. It's like when you decide you want to buy something already. You ask your friend, and they tell you, do you really need it? You just keep going until they say, yeah, you should totally get it. That's the energy here.
Yeah.
And the man on the bike has this very interesting outward appearance. He's wearing this black beanie, but it's only covering half of his bald head. And he's eerily calm the entire time. Like a bit too calm. The way he's just pleasantly smiling. Do I just uproot my life and move to the other side of the country?
Yeah, it's really odd, right?
Yes. And the TikToker Bailey continues to ask him,
You don't like American women?
No, they're familiar.
So you've given up on meeting someone here?
No, I'm married.
Oh.
Yeah.
so he's married.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Like, maybe the question should have been, do I get a divorce first? Just saying. Maybe the first question that you ask is, should I get divorced? Because to that, sir, I can give you a very straight answer. This is a case I'm not even sure Judge Judy would be able to solve. Oh my goodness. Listen, I understand. Divorce, not fun. But maybe an option before Uzbekistan. Maybe a little bit simpler than moving to Uzbekistan. Just a hunch. And you ask other people, but you just divulge a lot of information to see if your justification makes sense to them. That's a good way to approach it, Ram. That's a good way to approach it. You would have NPC walked. What the hell? So true, JD. So true. So true. Just got that pass go card. Straight up skipping everything. No, true. So true. Oh my goodness. Listen, I'm not even sure about like buying a plane ticket to go see someone I've never met. I know that it tends to happen a little bit more these days because of the internet, right? You start talking to someone online and then you don't live in the same place, so then it can happen. But even there, I'm like, IDK, I feel like you should know each other for at least, I don't know, a year? I don't know. I don't know what the right time for that might be. I really don't. I know. I guess I'm just too introverted to even like imagine myself in a situation like this, let alone the person I'm meeting and like getting ready to just yeet my life into outer space for is in Uzbekistan, the other side of the world. Ooh. Judge Judy would have straight up said, bailiff, whack his pee-pee. True. Also true. Also very, very true.
Married, pondering if he should move to the other side of the world for a woman. And the whole thing just gets stranger and stranger. He talks about how his kids are out of the house. He has an empty nest. He wants to find a woman that he's content with. He says, quote, I want to find a companion that I'm content with. And the whole time he's just pleasantly smiling while Bailey keeps telling him, sir, you're unhinged. You need to at least talk to your wife about this or settle things out here first before you even think about moving out of the country. This is crazy. This is between you and your wife.
I want to find a companion that I'm content with.
I think that requires you to divorce someone first.
That's what I said.
Well, maybe.
And he's mentioning that their love is diminished and he's just pleasantly calm the entire time. And there's this one part of the TikTok where he just looks at her and says, yeah, and then 6 months later. And he kind of throws his hands up in the air as if 6 months later he's going to end up in Uzbekistan. Now, at the very end of this very transparent conversation, I think that he realizes he's being recorded.
Mm-hmm.
So sort out your marriage and then get back to me on that.
Maybe I'll find myself on the internet.
That video was filmed in June of 2024, June of this year. A few months later, in August, just like 2 months.
Oh, yes. Mavi, welcome on in, welcome on in. How are you? How are you? I hope you're doing very well. Feels like a big risk to buy a plane ticket. So many what ifs. I agree. So many what ifs. Let me see. Oh, how's my stream doing for you guys? Let me refresh my page. Need to make sure. Okay, it looks good, it looks good. I wasn't seeing it for a minute, I got scared. Whew, I thought I vanished from your guys' screens. Like this man's about to vanish to Uzbekistan. So many what ifs, I completely agree, Mavi. You feel bad for the content creator? I'm of two minds. On the one hand, I feel bad for the content creator because you can tell she's doing her best. However, she did still post the video, so she kind of got her content, you know, like how much of it, it's so hard with content like that to say how much of it was like good intentioned versus how much of it was, I need a video. The internet's made that stuff so hard to tell. You can't tell who's being genuine, you know? A random person gave him a reality check and he didn't care. True, Jelly. So true. No, Jelly, I really agree with Stephanie. That's the creator here. That's her name. I agree with her that I think he was just hoping that she was going to say, yeah, go ahead, do it. And that was not the answer he got. JD, you're exactly right. He was totally trauma dumping 1000%. He didn't just find himself on the internet, he found himself on the front page. Oh, thank you, JD. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for letting me know.
Months later, someone who looks very, very similar to this man on the bike, eerily similar, goes missing. Quite literally vanishes in the most bizarre kayaking trip out at the lake. His kayak is found in the water, overturned in the deepest part of the lake. His car is nearby. His wallet is found. But all netizens are wondering is, did he actually drown in the lake? Or did he leave his family and slip away to Uzbekistan? Or is that even really him in the TikTok video?
All very good questions, if I do say so myself. Also, side note, I love Rotten Mango's intro. I think it's so cool.
We would like to thank today's sponsors who have made it possible for Rotten Mango to support Bruce's legacy. They are a volunteer-based nonprofit who specialize in search and recovery operations for victims of drowning. For example, they have a specialized dive team that can be deployed to a drowning incident if the authorities lack the right resources. They also help by using side-scan sonar technology, decreasing diving risks for everyone involved in the search and recovery. As always, full show notes are available at RottenMangoPodcast.com. One quick disclaimer, this case is also ongoing, and as of now, most of this remains, I want to say, legally unconfirmed by authorities. So with that being said, everything is alleged, and most of these are speculations by netizens.
Allegedly.
The entrance to the
Right, the JD? The intro is so cool. One of these days, I'll definitely commission an artist for some cool animation for the start of stream. But I'm waiting for art of my official model, so in the future, we'll get there. We'll get there. Don't you guys worry. I have a lot of goodies planned for all of you.
Terry looks straight out of a horror movie, or like a Halloween movie. Like, you know the show Wednesday? It kind of has that aesthetic. It's all iron. The gate to the cemetery is iron. And at the very top, it has this ornate design, and there's just 2 words hanging there. Dartford Cemetery. It's only one of the most haunted spots in the entire state of Wisconsin. It's located just right around the corner from Green Lake, which happens to be one of the deepest lakes in the state. And the cemetery is now the final resting place for at least 2,591 bodies. The local legend is this: if you were to walk into the cemetery, you walk up to this one tombstone. The name on there is Jackson Walker. Nobody really knows much about who Jackson Walker was, except that he died a long, long time. Listen to her.
I pressed a button. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Right in the middle of the suspense. Right in the middle of the suspense. Just to jump scare you guys. Yes, Ram, I will be getting an official model later this year. You guys can see some sneak peeks of the model that is currently in progress on my Discord in the magical news section. You guys can see information on that. So if you're curious, and I'll be updating you guys more and more as we get further along. So exciting. A lot of calcium. A lot of calcium indeed.
Walk into the cemetery. You walk up to this one tombstone. The name on there is Jackson Walker. Nobody really knows much about who Jackson Walker was, except that he died a long, long time ago. And he's got this giant mausoleum tombstone over his grave. It's huge. It could maybe fit 5 people on there, about 4 feet tall. And you climb on top of this tombstone, and you just sit there, and you wait. That's what the locals say. You wait and you wait until you feel something, like a hand on your back. And once you feel it, keep in mind, this is very important, you do not look. Not that you really have the chance to, because by that point, that force is going to push on your back and it's going to completely push you off the tombstone. The whole thing is only about 4 feet tall, so likely you're not going to be injured. But even so, you're going to be standing there feeling like there's a long hair that fell into your shirt and it's traveling down your spine. You're going to feel a little shiver. One netizen writes about the cemetery. I was a junior in high school, and a group of friends and I had been looking for a place to hang out during late October. It was during Halloween season. So seeing that Dartford Cemetery was only 20 minutes away from our place, we decided, you know what, let's just venture out at 10 p.m., check it out. Upon arriving, there was nothing out of the ordinary. I mean, it just looked like a cemetery. My 2 friends and I got out of the car and we walked into the darkness with the only light reflecting off the old tombstones. You know, and the dare was we were to sit on this tombstone that was rumored to contain the bodies of the children who had been strucken with polio and died. So as we walked closer to the landmark, I accidentally stepped on a grave. And suddenly the feeling of ice crept up my leg as if I was being grabbed by an icy hand.
Dun, dun,
I quickly moved
dun.
and I told my friends, but we kept going. I looked for the name on the headstone. It was...
I don't keep going. I'm superstitious myself. Are you guys superstitious or not? True, JD. That is a very, very big grave. Let me know if you guys are superstitious, because I am. You're not even gonna catch me at a cemetery. I have no fucking business there. I have no business. I have no qualms. I'm like, you know what? Maybe it's all in my head. Maybe it's all in my head and I'm just acting like an idiot, okay? It could be. All I'm saying is I'm not messing with the dead. I'm not messing with it. I don't need that in my life. Come on, guys. The last thing that any of us need in our lives is a haunting. Who needs to be bothered by ghosts? Okay, I think we have enough problems in life. To be fair, why are you sitting on some random fella's gravestone? So true, Rem. So true. Very true. Facts. Facts. Nothing but facts from Rem. You're not much on that, but you wouldn't go there if the purpose wasn't necessary. Bullets can't hurt ghosts. True. Yeah. Yeah, kind of hopeless there. You better hope you got some good holy water or something, because otherwise...
Too old to read. Once we got up to the tombstone, we sat on top of it. Only my friend Josh and I knew about the rumor of being pushed off by the ghost. We sat around, had a cigarette, and I felt really disappointed. We decided to get off, go home, but as Josh and I stood up, Tom, our other friend, fell off the top. I was amazed, but at the same time in awe of what power beyond the grave could even do this event. The roof of the structure was not at all slippery, so there was no reason that he would fall off. And as we were briskly walking back to the car, we also had this feeling of being watched, and Tom claimed to have seen shadows moving between the headstones. I have not been to Dartford Cemetery in several years since then, but I always think about it, about what happened that night. So why is the cemetery so haunted? I mean, technically there are 20,272 registered cemeteries in the United States, not including the unregistered ones that nobody knows about. But out of the 20-something thousand, why is this one so haunted? For thousands of years, the indigenous people considered Green Lake a very sacred place where you go to pay homage to, quote, the spirit that dwells beneath the water.
That usually salt works well. I have heard that. I've heard that legends, or rather specifically, oh my god, what is it? There's like these children's books, Spiderwick or something, where that was like the thing that in order for like, but in that case it was like trolls slash ghosts. I'm not really sure, and you could use salt to stay safe from them. It's been a long time, so I don't remember much from it. Hope they did a full body dip in holy water. Nah, guy failed the dex save and is trying to justify the fall with charisma check and got a nat 20. Guys, it wasn't me. It's haunted. It's not my lack of balance. It's totally haunted. So true. This reminds me, since it's revolving around a lake, it reminds me of this story that really freaked me out when I was a kid. It was, I don't even remember the name of it. It was a book. And I saw it at like a book fair or something. Way back when I was a kid. And it was a story about a haunted lake. And I just remember the book cover having, you know, the deck, you know, that you could walk on, over the lake. And it was someone that was about to jump into the lake. And then beneath the surface of the lake, there was like this ghostly skull looking, you know, graphic that was part of the lake. And I forget the premise exactly of it. Like, I don't remember any other facts about the story because I got scared. I got scared and didn't look much more into it. But it comes to mind. It comes to mind, and I think that it's like a core childhood memory of mine that I'm like, I associate lakes with haunting and like being scary because ooh, childhood story. You know, those things kind of stick with you from your childhood, the spooky stories. How to induce thalassophobia into someone. Let them read about folklore about people. True, Rem. True. Thalassophobia, I have it circumstantially. Like, I'm cool if I can see the sand, coral reefs beneath it, whatever. But you know those parts of the ocean where it's just like caverns because the sea bottom is so far down? That freaks me out. That absolutely freaks me out so much because I'm not scared of the ocean. I'm scared of the fact that we don't know what's in 80% of the ocean. That's me. That's my fear.
Back then, the cemetery on the lake had a more beautiful
Thank
history
you,
surrounding
Jelly.
it, until, of course, the United States government forced the indigenous people off the land, and that's when things clearly go south. Chief High-Knocker, the last indigenous chief in the area, was buried at the cemetery. He's known to be one of the spirits haunting the area because, I mean, do you blame him? He would have been...
Oh, and thank you for the hydrate redeem, Jelly. Thank you, thank you. And posture check for everyone. Unshrimp, stretch your spines, make sure that you're comfortable. Take care of your backs and your necks. Oh my god, JD, maybe you were sleepwalking. I knew someone who slept walk. That could have also been possible, JD. You could have been sleepwalking. I definitely knew someone that when they were younger, they slept walk. They don't sleepwalk anymore, but when they were younger, they did.
Been very mad to see what happened to his people. Which, side note, it is said he passed away August 12th, 1911 from drowning in the Green Lake. And now, August 12th, 2024, exactly 113 years later, another man goes missing at Green Lake, presumably drowned in a part of the lake that is over 200 feet deep. Which, if that's the case, that's not looking very good. The call comes in early in the morning from a woman. Her husband went missing last night at Green Lake. What do you mean he went missing? He texted his wife the night before at around 11 p.m. He tells her that he was kayaking on the lake, he's turning around in the water now, and he's heading to shore. So he should have been home, I don't know, let's say latest midnight, which already is alarming for authorities because even if you're an experienced kayaker, probably not the smartest thing to do in the middle of the night. But nevertheless, he doesn't make it home. His wife doesn't notice until about 5 a.m. the next morning. She wakes up, he's still not there. The authorities rush to figure it out. Maybe he made it back to shore and decided to stay at a friend's house. Deputies rush to the lake. The first bad sign, they come across the missing man, Ryan, his car, parked near the lake along with his trailer. Okay, that's okay. Maybe his kayak got stuck in the water and he's been waiting for someone to come and help him. You know, traumatic, but a great outcome considering the circumstances. First sweep of the lake, they find Ryan's kayak overturned, capsized, floating by itself in the lake. Now things are not looking as good. The biggest problem now is, well, if Ryan capsized in his kayak, he's likely dead. He was last heard from 11 p.m. He isn't reported missing until 5 a.m. If he capsized, how could he have survived? Perhaps he swam to shore, but there's an undercurrent that's strong. That doesn't make sense. And why wouldn't he be near his car then? Meaning he's likely dead and in the water, which means even the search for him is going to be hard. The part where his kayak capsized is, like I said, one of the deeper parts of the lake, 220 feet deep. That's deeper than the average lake across the world. At 200 feet, you can barely see what's in front of you. There's barely any sunlight that penetrates the water. The water is essentially black liquid. This is not...
Terrifying. Terrifying. See, that's the shit that scares the crap out of me. Rem, yes, a Native American village chief. It always starts when you don't listen to the legends, man, I tell you. He fabricating an alibi? Maybe so, maybe so. That's definitely the vibe we're getting, isn't it, JD?
Something that the local sheriff's office can do alone. They have to bring in Specialized Search and Rescue, a nonprofit called Bruce's Legacy that offers to help search for Ryan.
Bruce's Legacy has helped us in the past with drownings that we've had on our lake, and the reason why is because of the depth of our lake. Our lake is 238 feet, the largest inland lake in Wisconsin.
They're going to bring in sonar technology to scan inside the lake. They have those beams that shoot out into the water. They scan what's down there without actually going down. You can kind of see an image on what's under the surface from on the boat, but you really can't have a thorough search and rescue without divers. Sonar is like a flashlight. It quickly scans the whole room. It shows you where things are, but you can't tell exactly what each thing is. It narrows down a search area very quickly, but that's it. Once that area is narrowed down, you need divers. Additionally, the sheriff's office will be bringing in canine dogs. Canine dogs have actually been known to accurately detect remains even in murky waters at depths of at least 50 feet deep.
What?
They typically do not enter the water. They stand on the edge of boats to detect scents. They can...
Look at the good boy. I learned this about dogs a while ago, and it's so fascinating. It's so impressive. Oh my goodness. On top of being so precious, they have skills. They got those skills. Attuned to spirits indeed, Rem. Hell nah, I'm not getting in there. Same, Jelly. Absolute same. You can't get me even into an ocean or anything, let alone a deep lake. Not me. I'm not the one. Not only because I'm a terrible swimmer. Yeah, I suck at swimming, guys. There's no hope for me. There's very little hope for me and water. Odds are I'm not making it. I do not have the gift of swimming. I tried multiple times in my life to learn how to swim. It didn't happen. Okay? Maybe if I stay calm for long enough, I can float, do a backstroke, and maybe have a chance. But that's about it. Otherwise, your girl's done for. Are you guys good swimmers? Because I hope that you're better than me. At least someone among us should have a chance. You only started to learn how to swim when you were 19, and you're still not that good. At least you're learning, JD. At least you're learning. I'm hopeless. I'm hopeless. Just, if we don't have a floaty, just leave me. Just leave me behind. Continue on without me, guys. I'll be rooting for you from the depths. You can only float, not swim. Hey, Jelly, at least you can float. I think that is technically the best chance that you have. But you are not catching me kayaking. You're not catching me on any rapids. You might... No, what is it? Not snorkeling. What's the other one? Diving. No diving for me. Nope. You're not gonna catch me there. Absolutely not. If ever you do, then exercise me, because I have been possessed, and that's not me. I'm letting you guys know right now, if I ever start yapping to you guys about swimming and how much I love it, I've been possessed. And I don't know who you would need to call. Just your local exorcist, because it's over for me. Hate to burst your bubble, Shanti. Trying to add some current is futile. Yeah. That's what I heard. Yeah. Yep.
Do a lot of surface area very quickly.
That's crazy.
Yes, but that also means that you need very specific boats, because their snouts have to get close enough to the water to scan it while they're driving slowly.
Really?
Yeah. It's very interesting. The dogs will be very important, considering the water is incredibly murky in this part of the lake that he's vanished. Every hour that passes since Ryan is reported missing feels like the tension is just getting bigger. His wife and his 3 kids are waiting to hear the news that he's okay. I mean, they have faith that he's somewhere alive and well, and they just need to find him. But within 24 hours of him being reported missing, a fisherman fishes up a giant fishing pole that is identified to be Ryan's. They find a tackle box inside, Ryan's wallet, ID, keys. For 54 days, they're searching. The entire community is getting involved.
That's a long
giving out food,
time.
gift cards to those searching so that they can go buy food, because all they're doing all day for 12-hour days is searching the lake for Ryan's body. The local docks are loaning out boats to search and recovery. Meanwhile, Ryan's wife and 3 kids, the oldest is in high school. They're selling t-shirts that say faith over fear to help fund the search. And they're being very optimistic, but
Knowing what we know that this video is called. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is not going to end well, is it? Nay, nay. Underwater currents are too strong for our inefficient swimming capabilities. Yeah. Yeah, because currents go at like car speeds. And temps drop quite significantly that you might just get hypothermia. Yeah, I know. Like, oh, those are definitely other reasons why I have a fear of the deep depths. There's a game, a horror game, obviously. There's a horror game where the entire premise is that you're in like a submarine, and I think it's mostly just like the experience of the horror of it. Iron Lung, is that what I'm thinking of, JD? I think that's exactly what I'm thinking of. I think that's exactly it, because that sounds familiar. I think that's exactly it. And the entire premise is that your character your character is inside a submarine, and you only have like a very small window to peer out of, and you're just stuck there. And you never get a clear view of what's outside the submarine, but yes, Rem, you knew it too, Iron Lung, yeah, and you just hear the noises. Top fear. Top fear right there. I thought you had a small window. Like just a little, oh, it's a camera. It's only the camera. Okay. Just a camera. Right. Yeah. Yeah, no, at that point I'm just saying, because I think in the game as well, the premise is that you're a convict, right? And that's why they send you in there. Yeah, you're a convict, so it's kind of like your punishment as well. And at that point I'm just gonna be like, I'm tapped out of life. Not me. That would be my literal hell on earth. Absolutely not. Like, You're not getting me in that thing. I'm going out kicking and screaming before you get me into one of those things. Yeah, and the radar is like part of the experience too, because that beeping. Ooh. They weld the player inside. Yes, I forgot about that, JD. I forgot about that. Oh yeah, no. I'm fighting to the death before before you do that to me. Absolutely not. Welding them shut in is the only way for the submarine to survive. Unless it implodes. Just saying. I think it could still implode, couldn't it? From, like, the pressure. Even if it's welded shut. Listen, we were not meant to be that deep, okay? We were not meant to go that far into the water. I stand by that. We have no business being there. No business whatsoever. So you get the submarine. It turns into your weapon, JD. Yes, Ocean Gate. That's exactly what I was thinking of, Rem. That's exactly what I was thinking of. Oof, Ocean Gate. Oh, nightmare fuel stuff.
It's just not looking good for Ryan. I mean, there's just no way that this man is at the bottom of the lake. Keith is the man that runs Bruce's legacy. He started the nonprofit because his brother Bruce was a firefighter who drowned while searching for a drowning victim. And Keith has done a lot of searches. He scanned through so many lakes. By this point, 8 weeks later, in early October, he's pulling Sheriff Podal aside.
True, JD.
He's the sheriff in charge of the whole search. Sheriff, I'm good at what I do. In this particular lake, he's been doing 9 12-hour days looking for Ryan, and he says, I'm telling you right now, I don't think that Ryan is in that lake. What? Then where is he? Did he capsize the kayak, swim ashore, and then hide in the woods or something? What do you mean he's not in the lake? In light of this conversation, Sheriff Podal decides, I'm just going to run his name. I'm going to run his name and see what happens. They run Ryan Borgwart's name. His passport comes up as entering Canada the day after he's reported missing.
Wow, yeah. That was something we didn't expect.
Because there's a log of all of this. How is that possible? How does a dead, drowned man go to Canada? He's supposed to be at the bottom of the lake that they spent $40,000 searching for him. What the hell do you mean his passport came up in Canada?
Wait, so this is 50 days later?
54.
They didn't search his name in the system for that long?
No, because, I mean, the evidence was very clearly... And his passport was at home.
Oh.
Exactly.
Then how did he...
I'm just saying, if I'm his wife, mother to his children. I'm becoming a hitman very quickly. Why am I blanking? Oh my god, why am I blanking on the movie? I can remember the ballerina movie. John Wick. There we go. Listen, guys, it's almost the end of the week, guys. My brain. It's sludge. John Wick. I'm taking notes. Feverish notes. And this man is not gonna rest until I find him. Oh lordy lord. A new side of me, I swear, a new side of me would come out 1000%. Mans must really hate the wife and kids. Exactly, Rem. But you know what? I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna give you a reason to hate me. That's what I'm doing. I'm gonna give you a really goddamn good reason to fucking hate me and be pulling this shit. Oh, the wrath. Throw hands. Exactly, Jelly. We're throwing hands and taking names. It's truly, you guys know the iconic line? The iconic line from Taken? It's like, I will find you. That's the vibe. The reason being an A300 with the glass legs. Exactly, JD. Exactly. You get my drift. You get what I mean. I will give you a reason. A very, very good reason.
The pass. Okay.
We'll get there.
And for Miss Rotten Mango,
My
we'll do a
husband
little
has been so adamant on teaching our nieces about investing, and I really had to
Skippy.
all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/rotten now to grow your business no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/rotten.
Bing. Thank you, Jelly, for the hydrate redeem.
So they
Thank
start
you, thank
rabbit holing.
you.
Not only did his passport come up in Canada, the laptop that they found at his house, the hard drive had been recently replaced. And his search history had been deleted the day he went missing. Why the hell would this family man delete his search history conveniently the day that he goes missing? The sheriff eventually makes a press announcement. Due to the discovery of new evidence, we are confident that Ryan Borgwart is not located in the Green Lake. We have ended all search efforts associated with Green Lake.
Thank you, Jelly. JD, you would think that. No, exactly. Listen, I watch a lot of true crime on my own time. Let me tell you guys something. I also watch a lot of what's called LawTube. Why? I don't know. There's something about court cases that just get me. And let me tell you something, okay? Deleting your messages, erasing data, it doesn't do anything actually. They have whole programs that will 1000% get all of your, quote, deleted messages and calls. They find everything, including your search history. Just because you delete it, unfortunately for all of us, these companies don't actually delete our data just because we say we do. So, not that I am encouraging this. This is just for learning purposes. But if you ever say need to pull a John Wick, hypothetically in Minecraft, leave your phone behind. Leave your device behind. Do not take an electric vehicle. They track everything. Everything. You think they, oh, I turned it off. Nope. They're even able to track the cell tower of you turned off your phone at this cell tower and then you turned on your phone at this cell tower. Just for theoretical, educational purposes, you know, no other reasons. Just saying. Search history, how to grow taller. Oh my god, not me, Jelly. I'm hopeless. Data packets are archived. You delete it from your space, but not the records. Exactly, JD. Exactly. Rotten Mango. I know Sochi. I love her so much. Rotten Mango. No. I also, in the future, we're also just going to react to some of her stuff on Stephanie Sue. But I wasn't in that vibe today. That'll be when I'm in a little bit more of a silly vibe. But yeah, I love Stephanie Sue so much. I'm obsessed. Where you live, it's just woods or so. You live in the middle of nowhere. Jelly's like, if I want to, Jelly is saying, I'm not saying I will, but if I want to, there are a lot of woods. No one mess with Jelly. No one mess with Jelly. Watch your backs, guys. You thought you were safe. We're in Big Brother in 1984. We are. We really are, Rem. I hate to break it to you guys, but there's no such thing as deleting data. No. No. If you're doing something on the internet, you better be ready for your FBI agent to see it too. Such are the times we live in. Which is extra funny. Fun fact about me, I love to write, and the things that I write are dark fantasy, so a lot of times it involves violence. So it's really funny. If I'm ever, for whatever reason, like, called in as a witness to something, because I'm gonna tell you guys right now, it would never be me getting arrested. I live a very uneventful life, all right? I don't go out. But if I ever needed to witness something, and the cops asked me, like, why is this on your phone? I would have to tell them, sir, I write. That is why I was looking up where the artery veins are. Very specific writing reasons, I promise. I promise. What a convo. What a conversation. Jelly is plotting. Is she? Is Jelly plotting? Honestly, I can just say I'm going to the store. It takes the woods. So true, so true. You're just gonna find her in the woods. Yeah, JD, because I write like battle scenes and stuff, which are very complicated, by the way. Fight scenes, very complicated to write. You don't realize how much you don't know anatomy until suddenly you need to be looking up, wait, if a sword slashes through here, what would happen? It would never be me is exactly what I would expect from the culprit. Listen, Sochi. You know me, I'm Little Miss Innocent. You know me. I don't do anything. All right, Jelly, we'll trust you for now. Tomorrow we see a headline with Jelly's name in it. Oh, realistic. Yes. Yep. Realistic writing violence. If Chantico's missing, blame the bat. Sochi, I hate to break it to you, but everyone in this chat is my accomplice. They're my accomplice. They know nothing. It's all fantasy as far as we're concerned. I'm a writer. It's all hypotheticals, fantasy, fiction. None of this is real. For you, the police will think you're Yuri. I just think guns are neat, bro. You collect guns. That's cool. Which bat you're talking about, Sochi? There's no bat here. No bats. No. Oh, wait. Look at me. No bats. I have no idea what you're talking about. No bats.
At this time, we believe Ryan is alive and likely in Eastern Europe. To put it lightly, they are now accusing Ryan Borgwart of faking his death, escaping to Eastern Europe. Is that what the sheriff is saying? He tricks the whole town, his coworkers, family, wife, and kids all believe that he drowned in the lake when he really didn't. They're all passing out food to the search and rescue teams. What kind of person does that? I mean, what kind of person has any good reason to fake their death? Did you know every situation of someone faking their death that we know of are unsuccessful ones? We don't know about all the successful ones. One netizen writes on Reddit, the best way to fake one's death obviously is not a kayak. That's some beginner, novice but rather, easiest way is killing someone roughly the same size as you. Dress them in your clothes, remove all their teeth and get rid of them. Position the body inside your car on the driver's seat. Now you remove all your teeth and place them in the body. Gas it up, set it on fire, walk away and go live a new life. Which is very extreme.
That is crazy. So they're saying to fake your own death, you have to commit murder and then pull out all your teeth And then you can pretend that you're dead.
Yeah. Which at that point,
Yeah.
that's crazy. But that still doesn't answer why someone would want to fake.
That's a lot of work. That's my answer to that. That's a lot of work. None of this is real. Yes, simulation confirmed, Sachi. 100% simulation confirmed. We are in the Matrix. Pull and crawl through the screen. Not just guns, you like knowing how things work. Oh, firearm mechanisms, motor engines, circuits are kind of cool. Ooh, that's so cool. You could probably build a robot then one day, JD, with all that knowledge. That's really, really cool. I wonder if you are into robotics, because that'd be really cool. Quick, Shanti, make you magic and erase Sachi memory. The face I used. I'm actually making these expressions IRL, guys. But goddamn. Oh yeah, because fun fact, you guys, on this topic, your teeth are irreplicable. Replicable. Oh my god, I can't say the word. No, it's not happening today. The English language is not happening for me today. I can't say it. I know the word in my head, but it's not happening. It's not happening. Yeah, you're actually the best tool that forensics and stuff has to identify you and to catch you and to know what you are is actually your dental record. Fun fact. You guys are discovering a lot about just how much true crime I watch. Because I know a lot of facts like that. Your dental record, best way for you to be identified because no one else has the same dental record as you. I think it's even more accurate than fingerprints, actually. Your teeth. Jelly, you have a knife. A knife! No! Oh, Remy have the same fixation. Unable to be replicated. That wasn't the word. I wanted replicable. Replicable. That was what I wanted to say. Oh my god. I don't know why I was spazzing out there for a second. Replicable. Irreplicable. Okay, there we go. We got there eventually. Oh dear, oh my. In my defense, work. I worked today, and the emails I got today, we're not even gonna go there. I got some infuriating emails today. You use it to cook. Nice, Jelly. You go to gun shows to see the cooking. Oh, you know what? That's actually brilliant, Jelly. Going to gun shows for the cooking knives is actually really smart. I know someone who goes to gun shows, so the next time they go, I'm actually going to ask them if they can pick up some nice cooking knives. I never thought of that. Ooh.
Their death. You know the book, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest? It's like a very famous book. The author of that book actually staged this elaborate death where it appeared he jumped off a cliff and he wrote this note to go along with it. Ocean, ocean, I will beat you one day, or something poetic like that. When in reality, he was hiding in his friend's trunk while they drove into Mexico. He faked his death to get away from a marijuana charge. In the end, he was found doing copious more drugs in Mexico and brought back to the United States for a 5-month jail sentence. In 2003, a guy named Jesse Kiff died. Well, he faked his death. He hacked into the Hawaii death registry system using stolen credentials from a doctor, declared himself dead, signed using the doctor's stolen credentials. Also, he could allegedly avoid paying over $100,000 he owed in child support. Or maybe sometimes people fake their deaths because they're spies for high-powered government agencies. There's many reasons why someone would fake their death. But Sheriff Padal is initially very cryptic. He reveals, yes, we suspect that Ryan faked his death, but he doesn't really reveal why. He says, everything we have found, we're in a really good position that we know he is somewhere out there. All we want to know is that he is safe. Our goal is to identify any crimes that have been committed by any individuals who assisted with this crime. Ryan, if you're watching this, I'm pleading that you contact us or contact your family. We understand that things can happen, but there's a family that wants their daddy back. So why would Ryan Borgward fake his death? Authorities are able to retrieve data from his computer that he thought he had gotten rid of. This man had been in contact with a woman from Uzbekistan. He had Googled how to transfer funds into foreign bank accounts, and he took out a $375,000 life insurance policy so that when he, quote, dies, his family will be taken care of, if you will. So did he really fake his death to be with a woman from Uzbekistan? That is very extreme. Some netizens are calling him the ultimate passport bro. Evidently.
So true. Oh my goodness. Oh. Hunting. Oh, that's cool, Rem. Hunting. Oh, that's so dope. You want a good slice on the chicken. Food is your love language. You know what, Jelly? I appreciate all the photos of your food that you share. It brings me great joy and delight. Don't want there's a daddy that don't want their family back. So true. See, I love food too. I've just told you guys I forget to eat. I forget to eat. I don't know why. Why am I the way that I am? I did have some ice cream today though. I had some delicious ice cream. I also had pancakes in the morning, so at least I remember to eat, you know, today. Listen, if I'm faking my death, I need something better than for someone that you met online. Like, at least make it like a, you know, movie level, like espionage. You're a spy in a foreign country, and now you need to fake your death. You know, like, also, I almost forgot, but this did make me think of, it's actually not that uncommon for people to fake their deaths, weirdly enough. Like, not this dramatic. There's a lot of people there's a lot of people who claim to have passed away online, and this has happened in, like, industry specifically. I know there was a VTuber that did it, and then there was also a book author. I think there have been several book authors, actually. And I think some people, obviously personally, know of people that have pretended that they passed. And I don't know why. I don't know why they've done such things. It just seems like a lot of effort. For what reason? I don't know. Kin! Hello, Kin. How are you? I hope you are well. How are you? Thank you so much for the sub. You're so sweet. All my love to you. Thank you so much for the sub. I hope you're doing very well. I hope you're having a wonderful day, night, whatever it is for you. Hello. Thank you so much. Some Uzbekistani milk. Oh my god, Rem. Hello. We are reacting to, I don't know if you know the channel Rotten Mango. Some true crime. Yes.
I think marrying someone that doesn't have a similar culture or upbringing as you is a fascinating experience.
Stephanie,
I think there's a lot that you can learn from each other. I also think that dating and love should be bound by no geographical constraints, right? However, I do think it's weird.
I'm obsessed with this woman, Ken.
For the sole purpose of finding a partner because they hate all the quote options they have at home. I think that's a little weird. I do find that to be a very thin line between chasing your dreams and happiness to straight up looking for partners that are in more exploitable conditions. Welcome to the conversation of passport bros. Many netizens like to call them LBH. Do you know what that stands for?
the passport bros like to call themselves LBH?
No, people like to call passport bros LBH.
Oh, I don't know.
Losers back home.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So they now are forced to travel to different countries to find people to date, is what some netizens say about passport bros. Draw your own conclusions. I'm not here to sway you into loving them, hating them, agreeing with them, disagreeing. I think they exist, and I think it's fascinating and terrifying. One passport bro states that women overseas are just more open-minded. He goes on to state, you know
what's really funny? On the subject of passport bros, also Ken. I'm obsessed with Stephanie Sue. I love her so much. I have more videos lined up to react to from her in the future. I'm so excited. I have like a silly one on host clubs that she did that I want to react to. But we'll do that next time. We'll do that next time. I did my girl dirty with the pause. I'm so sorry. I didn't even notice Ken until you pointed it out. Oh my god, what was I gonna say? You know what's funny about passport bros is that passport bro, several of them have gone viral because they marry foreign women, right? However, if you're a shitty person, your partner will eventually figure out that you're a shitty person. It doesn't really matter who you are. So there are several passport bros that have gone viral because their foreign wives are divorcing them. So it didn't really work out for them. Naturally. Basically, they go no pull back home, so they look overseas to have at least the foreigner buff. Exactly, Rem. You have it down to a T.
Another misconception is that passport bros can't meet the standards of women in the US, so they travel overseas to date foreign women. But this perspective is elitist. What makes Western women the pinnacle of the global dating scene? Which, I mean, I don't think anyone said that, right? Is the only reason someone travels abroad to date because they can't find a partner in the US? I believe many passport bros feel it's the opposite, and it's women in the US who can't rise to their standards. He says he hopes to find love and settle down in one of his top contending countries, Brazil, Colombia, and South Korea. Which, I mean, like, no one's getting married in South Korea, so I don't know what you're thinking. But as for what he looks for in a woman, he says someone beautiful, loyal.
In South Korea, they literally have the 4B movement. Mans is not going to have better luck over there. True, Rem. You hit the nail on the head, Rem. 1000% hit the nail on the head. You got it. And so did Jelly. He's stupid. Oh, beautiful commentary. Exactly. Precise, succinct, very demure.
And family-oriented. Again, I think if you love traveling or you love a specific culture and you wish to find a partner that's immersed and shares that same interest, that's beautiful. But passport bros keep taking it 10 steps too far. This is from actually one of the more palatable passport bros out there. Others write about their travels in Southeast Asia, which, by the way, Southeast Asian women are incredibly beautiful, yes. But the way they talk about these women in these forums is, okay, just listen. They have traditional values. Every single one of them that I talk to lived with their parents. These girls rate on a hot scale much higher than your average woman in the West, and they are more ready to please. Some of the passport bros just hate on invisible American women screaming into the empty chambers of their brain. To the salty Western woman lurking on these forums, yikes, you have no idea the competition you are now facing for men.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. Again, love who you love. I think you can be attracted to different cultures, different aesthetics, but why put on this fictitious war between women fighting over you in your mind? That's just the beginning stage of a mental health condition that will eat away with you.
So true. So true. Faking your own death instead of divorcing is the better of the bunch. Oh my god, Rem, I know. I'm just like, because divorce, right? Let's think about this, right? They're like, oh, divorce is expensive. It is. However, isn't moving to a whole other country going to cost you just as much money? Just a thought? I don't think that if I was going to move to the opposite side of the world, it would be all that cheap. Chanti, out of context, what color do I give as yeah. I want to give something that's why. What color do you give? What color for what? If you're asking me to give you a random color, I don't know. I enjoy the colors black. I enjoy orange, obviously, and I enjoy red. I don't know. Any of those colors I love, obviously. This also, it's so funny. It's just like, you don't know what competition you have. It's like, babe, listen, we all have fantasies. Okay. However, you want to know how I cope with mine? You want to know where I go for the copium? The Love and Deep Space app. Okay. That's where I go. Okay. Just go to there's plenty of otome games. Wasn't there like a Korean game that went viral not that long ago? Lads, exactly. Wasn't there a Korean game, like a live with like real Korean girls? Was it Korean or Japanese that went viral that everyone was playing if you wanted to play a man that had multiple ladies that were interested in you and who are beautiful and hot and sexy and all that? Listen, we all need some copium sometimes. Okay? But I just feel like there are easier ways that don't involve Uzbekistan. An opinion, an idea, a thought, perhaps. Ooh, you want to paint your room, Jelly? Ooh, then I would suggest like a nice, soothing, deep jewel tone. But those are my tastes. I'm obsessed with lad skin. Raphael is my bias, but Silas... He wrecks it all the time. He's my bias wrecker 24/7. But Raphael is my main bias. Vampire therapist? Exactly, Rem. Vampire therapist. Precisely. Go love, Shanti. I used to play Arcana and all the routes finished. Oh, I remember that game. I never played it myself, but I think I watched... Like, I stalked it online. I was looking at all the characters and all the routes and stuff and everything. I remember wanting a tarot deck of it. That's what I remember. That's what I recall.
But they keep ranting. You cannot even come close to what Woman Overseas has to offer. So keep lurking on our forums, keep staying bitter, keep trying to shame us, and we will keep leaving for greener pastures overseas. My next mission is to get my other single friends that also have great jobs like me to give Passport Bro life a chance. Again, nobody is stopping you. Truly. This is why you have a passport. I'm so sorry, guys. I have been lurking on these forums and I read it. I felt the pain and now you need to too, okay? Some of these passport bros, they're not even worried about Western women like that. They're worried about, quote, ruining the woman overseas. A TikToker posted a video from the Dominican Republic giving advice to other bros. Man, don't go crazy. These local countries, they have their own economy set up. In some places, for instance, in the Dominican Republic, you know, the average person pays between $100, $200 a month for rent. So if you know you're coming here and being Papi Dinero and spending $200, $300 on a female in a day, you're just blowing things way out of proportion. You're messing up the local economy. So now the next guy comes down, these women are going to expect more than they've probably ever seen. I'm not going to say deserve, because you can get what you can get out of life. When you come here and you start going crazy, throwing things off balance, you know, a lot of the guys are going down to the DR and treating the place like a strip club. You're upsetting the imbalance of things. I heard stories of guys back in the 90s. You know, I heard stories of guys going down there and having a nice time with a young lady for $50 or something for a couple of days. You try to offer that to a young lady now, she's going to laugh in your face. Why? Because the local economy, the structure of things has been thrown off.
Wow.
Most people think that this man is a crusty man with crusty skid marks, but I regret to inform you that some people agree with him, and that could be potentially terrifying. One comment reads,
Stun locked. Stun locked. I'm almost stun locked. Listen. My flabbers are gasted. Oh my goodness. Do you guys know about host clubs, right? Host clubs in, is it Japan or South Korea or both? I think they exist in both, right? And host clubs have their own problems. Don't get me wrong. I totally know about it, and we'll probably learn about it in another video because it's interesting. Both? Right, exactly. Yep, Rem, apparently that's their concern, is ruining the local passport bro economy that neither I nor you knew existed, but apparently, evidently, you know. And he was just stupid. You feel bad for both women because you mean, oh my god, so true. So it is crazy to me. Thank you for the lurk, Jelly. Thank you, thank you. It's crazy to me because the way that host clubs work is essentially like, if you want company from someone, and you want to pay them for that company, then you can go ham, you can go wild paying them for the for that company. But it's just kind of like everyone knows. I feel like there's a general like mutual understanding overall in that scenario, and I feel like passport bros don't understand that if passport bros know about each other and the shit that they're getting up to and that they're doing, that also probably means that the women in the foreign countries also know about what passport bros are doing. And women talk to each other. And so you can best believe that the women let each other know which men that come to their countries is a passport bro so that they can try and like get stuff out of them. Like, I think the greatest fault of passport bros is them believing that they're geniuses, like Einstein level IQ, and in reality, in reality, all their plans fall apart if you just accept the fact that, yeah, other people talk to each other, and they probably all know that you're just there, to be cheap and to get a woman. They probably all know, guaranteed. The inner conspiracy theories, so true, Rem. Everyone probably knows. Everyone, I best believe, I bet you could smell a passport bro from a mile away. I feel like there's probably very obvious signs.
He's right. I ran into this exact problem the last time I went down there. Another netizen writes, a majority of these passport bros are turning the women in these countries into Western women. I keep seeing posts about guys bragging about going on 10 different dates in 10 days, sleeping with woman after woman as they go from country to country, basically treating them like disposable trash, which is why I won't even step foot into insert country unless you're fine with dating a woman who has been run through by about 15 degenerate passport bros. They also complain about the worst things that could possibly happen while they date overseas. Which, side note, some of the worst things that could happen to anyone, and obviously a lot of women, is, well, to be tortured, essayed, and killed going on a date. But passport bros complain online that some of the worst dating encounters that they've had overseas, they write, the worst I've experienced is that they aren't as hot or as enthusiastic as they were online. Still significantly better than here in the US. On that same note, another netizen writes, oh yeah, the worst, the girl shows up and bum, she's fat. Another one just comments, oh yeah, the worst thing that could possibly happen is getting used for a green card.
If I had a friend, a very good friend, okay, and they tell me that they're going to a foreign country just to get a wife or a husband or something, right? My immediate reaction, if they tell me that they got scammed and that the wife and or foreign husband just wanted a green card, I'm not going to be shocked. I know, OMG, Rem, exactly. I'm gonna be like, obviously. You were practically advertising your services. There's a saying that I love: play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Okay? You can't be doing this shit and then be shocked when other people turn out to be just as shitty. There's another saying I like that is, you go low, I'll meet you in hell. It goes both ways. It goes both ways. The chaos goes both ways. You're gonna find shitty people on all sides of the equation. And if you yourself are behaving that way, don't be surprised when you find the same kind of people that are also just looking for someone to use. It's a little bit of an inevitability, if I may be so bold. You're trying to scam them and shocked when they try to reverse hustle. You said it beautifully, Rem, and succinctly. That's exactly it. That's exactly right. And we're gonna do a little skip here.
Rotten now to grow your business no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/rotten. There's one video of a man who, honestly, I don't know how old he is, but he has a sour, wilted look to his face. He is standing in the parking lot, filming a younger woman who is visually so clearly out of his league. And he says loudly, "Passport bros, you want to hear a success story? Look what I pulled." She doesn't even speak English, so I don't even have to listen to her. Which the top comment reads, "Once she gets that green card, she will speak all the languages." But some passport bros try to argue that it's because they're just going where they're appreciated. They write, "I hated the term passport bro and all the negative connotations attached to it. For me, I was just going where I'm appreciated. It's really that simple." To which one netizen comments back, "The US culture hates men. The US culture uses men and discards them for not performing enough in long-term relationships. Most women don't value men in the US and view them as competition. Women have a chip on their shoulders due to dealing with a small group of men, or I don't know, past childhood trauma due to a father that most likely wasn't there. The legal system is and blames men. I'll say this, fuck this culture. You matter. And seek out the destiny God has put in front of you. You are free. You're not a slave to be used with nothing in return."
A little dramatic. Oh, succinct means short and to the point, Rem. Succinct. I honestly don't know why I still use that word. It's just always stuck with me since years ago. Ever since I learned it, I used it. Succinct and concise. Those two words I use all the time. They're synonyms. It sounds like the TLC show 30 Day Fiancé. Exactly. Basically, actually, Rem, 30 Day Fiancé is essentially a show about passport bros. I think there are also some passport ladies as well, if I'm not mistaken. Aren't there also, like... Oh, yes, there definitely are. There definitely are, because I'm remembering now... one specific woman in particular who was also on 30 Day Fiancé who had a really weird situation. I mean, everyone on 30 Day Fiancé has a very weird situation, if we're being honest. Everyone. It's like your friend constantly throwing around the word juxtaposition. I also like the word juxtaposition. I don't use it very often, but I enjoy it. I like it. Again, it's one of my things because I'm a writer, so I just remember all these fanciful words all the time. Randomly, they'll just pop out. But then suddenly the simple ones yeeted and deleted from my mind.
The bros rant about how, quote, "It doesn't get better for a woman in the US anywhere outside the US. Whether we're talking about earning power of men in the US, alimony, child support, divorce laws, average women over 27 being overweight, yeah, their life doesn't get better outside the US." They also say that American women are so particular about love that they won't date a short guy even if he clicks off all the other boxes. With a strong absence of neurons firing away, one netizen writes, I know they ask, why don't you date an American woman? Well, American women are highly feministic since white woman feminism encourages women to go for tall men. I am 5'6" and they rejected me. I'd already given up on women and I thought that I would die alone. So I had 3 choices in America, which are get height surgery, which is dangerous and experimental, go for fat women, or go for women that are my age but mostly are all already single moms. I don't know why feminists are getting mad when they didn't even want us in the first place. Someone responds,
I don't know either, what counts as short anymore? Let me tell you. There are vain women out there. Absolutely. There are vain men out there. Human beings are vain. Her energy is perfection. I agree. You see why I love Stephanie Sue. She's amazing. She's a talent. And also her recording game, like the setups that they always have, it's good. It's fantastic. One day I'm gonna buy that mic that she has. I swear. I want it so badly, but budget. Anyways, let me tell you something. That's all I need to know on the whole shortness front, okay? My father is shorter than my mother. Not by a lot, but he is, okay? And he is a married man, still married, going on for more than 30 years. I don't even know how many years they've been married at this point. And he's got kids, okay? Sometimes, if not a lot of the time, it's not because you're short. I can't tell you personally the reason why, right? But it's not because you're short. And if it is, walk away. If you meet someone that's so vain that they don't even want to get to know you, who cares? Who cares? You have a blue Yeti that made you confused about the whole Discord mic system. I also have a blue Yeti. Look at us. I think it's a given that my father has kids. That's so funny. Indeed, if you can believe, my father had children. Wild. Conspiracy theory? Chanti has a father? Who's to say, guys? Who's to say? Shooketh, exactly. Shooketh. What are we to do with this information?
first, you must understand that modern women are not feminist. They are opportunistic capitalists who use feminist tenets to obscure their behavior. They aren't interested in equality. Only anything that men use to have the upper hand. They don't want a level playing field. They want an advantage to take revenge on the so-called patriarchy. Keep in mind that their idea of revenge is basically everywhere being Sex in the City, where they get easy access to rich men and hot guys for sex. This guy is so mistaken. Every single girl in my life that I know, they do not care for capitalism. They care not to wedge their house keys between their knuckles in a parking lot. This is a mental war that you continue to fight with your own mind. You will never win the war because it is against yourself. In conclusion, you remain a loser. Not in like a mean, childish, derogatory way, just logically speaking, you're a loser because you lose the map. Yeah. Meanwhile, this is what many, not all, don't get emotional, many passport bros are writing about in their forums. Listen to this.
They did
Been
run.
in Manila for about 5 months now, leaving soon in a few weeks. In the last months, I had my girlfriend live with me. Lots of ups and downs. So he goes to Manila, gets a girlfriend, and has her move in. Mostly ups, but she can be extremely annoying, defiant, and clingy at times. But I guess that comes with the territory of dating a 19-year-old.
How old is he? Do we know?
Late 20s, I think. This is the first time I've had a partner live with me, and it has made me realize that I'm not ready for it, and maybe I never will be. Things were a lot better when she would just come and stay on the weekends, and I would be seeing other women during the week. Today we got into a fight. I wanted to eat pizza for lunch and she wanted to eat something with rice. He goes on to detail that he threatens to abandon her without a ride back to their house, threatens to starve her until she starts, quote, acting right, and sits down at the restaurant with pizza. He says, I can see how a lot of Western guys with no dating experience come here and eventually get worn down and steamrolled by a girl they're dating because they're still in that Western scarcity mindset. But I know that I'm the prize here. It's amazing to have so many options here because I know if she gets too uppity, I could just be dating a new girl tomorrow. And she knows this too.
Wow.
Which
If you're dating a 19-year-old and you're annoyed that they are complaining that they don't want to eat the same thing as you, sir, that is because in comparison to you, that is a child. And maybe you should find someone closer in age and not a teenager. Hot take. Hot, steaming hot take. I know. Wild of me to say. I know. Dating advice from me. Crazy. We're crazy stuff coming out of my mouth right now. Why do they look at developing nations like the bargain bin? They do, Ram, don't they? They do. You all, once again, you have hit the nail on the head. You got it. You take offense to that because you have a friend who moved back to the Philippines. I take offense to it too, Rem. Because honestly, fuck this man. Fuck him. Oh my goodness. Right, Ken? Fuck this man. How dare? How dare? Don't let a man like this ever find me. Not because you need to be concerned about me, but because I will choose violence. In Minecraft. Allegedly.
I know some people do argue the guys are getting something out of it, and maybe some of the girls, which, side note, I think it is very strange that we all believe everyone wants to move to America. Some people think, if the girls do want to move to America, they know that the guy is not in love with them for who they are. This is their way to get a green card. By all means, do your thing. Everyone do their thing, right? It's its own little ecosystem that's working. It's a checks and balances. But these days, the passport bros are very angry about this idea as well. One writes, loving my passport bro decision, but I'm bringing my Filipino wife back to the West.
At this point, what aren't they angry about? It sounds like the non-passport bro life, wrath-inducing. The passport bro life, wrath-inducing. If you're angry 24/7, bro, I think anger management needs to be your stop before Manila. Oh my god. I can words. But I digress. Your stop should probably be anger management before Manila. A thought. Again, wild. I know. I'm just coming in here with all the hot takes. I know. Craziness. What can I say? I just have all the wild ideas. And Tagalong has a lot of similarities to Spanish. That is so true. A word in Spanish is a bad word, but in Filipino, it's a dessert. Why are they targeting the Philippines? Rem, you know why. It's a very simple but unfortunate reason. Passport bros target places like the Philippines and similar places where specifically the US dollar and probably maybe also the British dollar, but I think passport bros are mostly an American problem of origin. They go to those countries because the US dollar is worth more there. That is unfortunately the reason, because their money stretches farther in those countries. And that's also what inflates their ego and has them marching up in there like they're a big shot man over here. Because where they would be, making an average income in the States, over there they get to pretend like they're a billionaire or something. Ugh. I roll. The conversion to your country is 1 to 1.27. What can I say, Rem? What can I say? Also, desperation. Let's also be honest about it. Some of this is also just flat out desperation and the need to believe the fantasy that things are just going to magically get better in that foreign country. Like, they build up the foreign country to be like, the land of mystical beauties who will fall at my feet. Listen, I am Delulu too. But my Delulu, as I have said, does not leave the Love and Deep Space app. That is where my Delulu lives. And that is where I ensure that it stays. It is nobody else. My Delulu is nobody else's problem. I do not need to be inflicting that on other people. Okay? Okay? Do as other people do on the internet, okay? And play the date everything game, okay? Go date the washing machine. I don't know what to tell you.
I want to empower her to thrive, grow, and be fulfilled as a person. But I am concerned of her becoming converted to woke, politicized, feminist ideas. It sadly happened to my previous Western girlfriends. Fellow passport bros, go crazy in the comments. It's probably going to happen. I would not bring her to an environment that fosters that mindset, but you do what you want. Or, fact is, all the odds are against you. Every aspect of Western culture promotes selfishness and lack of accountability and rewards women who have no morals. She will have friends and acquaintances on top of that are influencing her. It's built into women's brains, unfortunately, to never be satisfied or grateful for what they have, no matter how great it is, and always keep wanting more. Another commentator just gives tips. Having an anti-feminist mindset is smart. She has to see the average Western feminist woman as foolish and unattractive. You know, frankly, there isn't much feminine about the average American feminist woman. They pretty much act like men. That's why you did the passport thing. You didn't find them attractive. You didn't want to be with a woman that had a male mindset. She needs to fully understand that and see how unattractive that is to you and to most men. But ultimately, if you bring a woman to the West, then she's going to turn into the woman that you're trying to avoid. Other people just encourage him to impregnate her as quickly as possible when she gets to the United States so that she can stay focused on him and the family.
Unironically, recommending baby trapping is crazy. I would feel that it was fake too, Rem, if I did not see comments like these myself on the internet. Unfortunately. I have seen things on the interwebs that I cannot unsee. It is too late for me to go back. I know it is true. And apparently, according to them, I am an ungrateful hoe. What can I say, guys? What can I say? Thanksgiving? I don't know her. I never give thanks. Not for anything. I don't even eat turkey.
So is that what Ryan faked his death for? To be a passport bro? That's everybody's best guess right now. I mean, perhaps there's a better reason, or perhaps the woman he's communicating with online was just a friend or someone helping him figure out how to fake his death, but didn't have any other relation to him. Maybe she ran an overseas relocation service. Who knows?
He said American women are too familiar, right?
That's what the guy on the TikTok said.
Oh, right.
He said that
Good point,
they're
Rem.
familiar.
Good point.
Which is exactly the verbiage that a lot of these passport bros use. Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I
don't
do
like
prefer
American
ham.
Oh, they're familiar.
I love ham.
Which I do want to clarify. The sheriff's office has stated that they are doubtful that it is Ryan in that viral TikTok video. They say, we are not actively pursuing this as a lead in this case, but we have seen the video and we have contact info for the people involved. We do not believe it is Ryan.
Then who is the guy?
Yeah, nobody believed the sheriff, so they argued again. We have verified that it is not Ryan by contacting people who know Ryan. Some people still don't believe it, and they state either that's the same guy or there's a lot of married men with girlfriends in Uzbekistan.
Yeah.
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 Ultimately, all this news coverage, because Ryan goes missing. The TikTok gets posted and everyone goes, wait a minute. Okay, so the TikTok is filmed June of 2024, but it's not posted until November 2024. He goes missing August. So he goes missing August. The TikTok is posted in November. So people are like, wait a minute. This guy just went missing. Like 2 months ago, he went missing. I was seeing it on the news. Then this blows up, snowballs, everything goes, it becomes like international news. Ultimately, all this news coverage leads to Ryan sending in a proof of life video because he's alive. He's not dead in the lake.
Wait, Ryan sent a video?
Wow.
To who?
To the police.
Who
sheriff.
would have guessed?
What? How?
Yes.
Why?
It appears that things are snowballing too much. The sheriff knew that he was alive, knew that he went into Canada, and was like, Ryan, if you're seeing this, contact us. And I think he didn't want it to snowball into an international manhunt for him.
Okay.
So he sends in a proof of life video. And I will say it is the most bizarre proof of life video that I've ever seen in my life. I think those hostage videos where they hold up the newspaper is less bizarre than this.
Okay.
Yeah, the hostage movies I meant where they hold up the newspaper is less bizarre.
Thank you guys for a posture check and a hydrate redeem, Jelly. Thank you so much, Jelly. Everyone stretch. Make sure that your postures, your spines, and your necks are good. If you're lying down, make sure you're comfy and in a good position. Because I know that I am definitely one of those stubborn people that I'll pick a position and I'll like have my phone in my hand and then I won't realize until it's too late that like my arm is falling asleep because I decided to pick the most anatomically incorrect position in which to sit. So is me. And thank you, Ram, for the Coven offering. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I return to my earlier point. If I ever am wanted by what is this, Interpol? If I ever am wanted, if anyone ever discovers that I faked my death, let it not be for anything less than like something movie film worthy, because oh my god, are you kidding me? I am wanted internationally because I wanted a girlfriend or a boyfriend, whomsoever, whatever, you know. I think the shame would eat me alive. No. I need that to be for something far cooler. Okay. Like I said, espionage in Minecraft. Allegedly. You all know I'm innocent, though.
Than this. He's wearing this orange shirt and he looks like he's having a rough time. It looks like, and I don't say that with sympathy, I say that with he's not looking good. Uzbekistan is not treating him well, is the vibe.
Evidently.
Good evening, it's Ryan Borgward. Today, hello, Matt. Today is November 11th. It's approximately 10 a.m. by you guys. I'm in my apartment. I am safe, secure, no problem.
Are you?
Hope this works.
Hope this works?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I don't know, but people think once this video came out, this reminds them so much of the TikTok video because their energies are so oddly similar. He's not smiling and pleasant, but it's just the deadpan, this is what's happening.
Do I go to Uzbekistan or stay here?
Safe, secure.
They do look very
So
similar.
looking at that video and the first TikTok video,
Yes.
do they look like the same person to you?
They actually look similar, but if you look at the ears and the eyebrows and the nose, which are typically how people will indicate, because those things don't change that drastically over time.
Yeah.
It does not appear to be the same guy. But they look crazy similar.
Okay.
Like you would really, I had to pause both videos and I was just studying. I was just analyzing their faces.
You know, it's so close. It's like I can see he is a liar. People can change when they get older. And you know what's throwing me off? It's the fact that one, their mouths look exactly the same and their noses, like they have the same nose. Oof. It's hard to tell, isn't it? It's hard to tell.
Now I really need to know
Smile
what happened to the TikTok guy.
lines.
That's what everybody is saying. Where
Right.
is he? He was in San Diego. The video was filmed in San Diego. I don't know if he lives there. I don't know if he's visiting, but someone needs to find that man.
Where does Ryan live?
Wisconsin.
Oh, I see.
But he could have gone for vacation.
Right.
But I will say there
Wow.
are some discrepancies. Ryan's kids, he has a high schooler and some in grade school. The TikTok video, the man said he's an empty nester. So all of his kids. But I think it's worse that there's two people like that.
Yeah.
I think it would have been better if it's just Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That's it. The context of the video that he submitted.
That's it.
What happens next? The police is like, okay, with this video, we don't have to worry about him anymore.
So they take that as proof of life and they hold another press conference where they show this video to the world. They say,
Oh,
we
dear.
received this video, and the authorities hint at the fact that he's likely in an Eastern European country.
Correct, we do not know exactly where he's at. We know that it's someplace in Eastern Europe.
Now, this could be valid. He could very much well be in Eastern Europe. But if he's in Uzbekistan, just technicality wise, that's not an Eastern European country. It's a Central Asian nation, but I digress. Okay, a lot of netizens have been pointing to it, so I want to include the discrepancy. But as of right now, the public is not even sure if he's in Uzbekistan. He could be anywhere for that matter. People have even tried to tag geoguessers to guess his location, but nothing particularly enlightening has come out of that. In the video, the 24-second clip sent by Ryan to the authorities, he says, "Good morning, it's 10 a.m. for most of you guys," which in Eastern Europe, if that is where he is, because he says good evening, but it's 10 a.m. for you guys, it would line up with Central Asia, Eastern Europe. They find a door with curved windows on it that could be traced to places like Turkey and China, but those are likely where it's manufactured. So technically they could be anywhere, but it doesn't seem like those doors are that prominent in the Western world.
I see.
You can't
Now,
get
interesting
anything
is there
past
these
the
little
internet
vents above the
sleuths.
main front door. So he just shows
Goddamn.
us like two doors. We don't really get to see anything. There's these two vents above his apartment front door. They look like vents, but they're actually circuit boards.
I see.
And people have been able to pinpoint that as being commonplace in Uzbekistan, to have circuit boards above your front door in apartments.
So
The moment that you think that you can't be identified, the moment that you think, oh, this video doesn't show anything, it reveals nothing about me, it's just plain white walls, who's gonna know? How would they know? The moment you think that, the internet will prove you wrong. The internet will show you with a swiftness that we are never prepared for. I've been on the internet for most of my life, and it still shocks me, the shit that people find and discover sleuthing on the internet. It is goddamn wild. It is goddamn wild. There is the whole, don't piss off 4chan. So true. You know what? Don't piss off the internet. I remember a tweet. I screenshotted it because it's so good. I remember this tweet that went viral that said, every day there is a new main character on Twitter. The goal is to never be it. And I couldn't agree more. Because if you're the main character on Twitter, odds are that if your ass is in Uzbekistan, the internet will find out off of freaking circuit boards. Like, holy shit, that is wild. Thank you, Erin. Welcome on in, welcome on in. Or if you've been lurking for a bit, hello, hello. Thank you for the hydrate redeem. Everyone drink some water. Don't forget to drink some water. Some little agüita. Yay. 4chan, cyber sleuth geniuses, they just all have, 4chan isn't cyber sleuth geniuses, they just all have hyperfixation tendencies, indeed. Reddit is very similar. Reddit is very similar. If Reddit sets its sights on you, if you have a friend that has a hyperfixation tendency, that just dive into in-depth research. So true. You know, I feel like a lot of us, with being on the internet, have discovered ways to figure things out, you know? You know what I mean? Especially with like Google's image search and stuff. You think that you're a private person? Oh god, I guarantee you there's something out there on the internet about you that would freak you out that you didn't know was on the internet about you. Eep. There's a recent thing about something like this. It's quite common. It's quite common.
So why did the police say he went to that Uzbekistan? Like, where's that information come from, except if it's not from the TikTok?
They found on his computer he was talking to a woman from Uzbekistan.
Oh, that's
but we
right.
don't know if she still lives in Uzbekistan. We don't know if she was like, hey, I'm in Uzbekistan, but let's meet in this other country. In the press conference, Sheriff Padal states that Ryan has filled them in exactly how he faked his death. It took months of meticulous planning. He took out the life insurance policy for his family January of 2020.
Wait, he told the cops everything?
Yeah.
I mean, at that point,
He
you
went
might as
missing
well.
in August, so he's been planning that. I mean, this was in the works for a very long time. He had more than enough time to have a moment of clarity, thinking, hey, so maybe this is crazy. But no, nothing never occurred
Maybe
to him.
I should
he
go
applied for
to
a new
therapy.
passport stating that his went missing, which is why they have his original passport in the house. They didn't run the passport, but they saw he had it, so they didn't assume he left the country because his passport is here.
Right, I see.
And everything else, there was no indication that he was thinking about leaving the country. Nobody was like, hey, my coworker who's missing, he actually said he was going to Uzbekistan. Nobody said anything like that. So I think that's why they did not search for his name early on in this process.
Okay.
He applies for the life insurance policy January, applies.
Listen, I'm a very cynical, pessimistic person. I go to the worst possibilities, alright? But even me, even my negative ass would see an overturned kayak or boat, and even I'm not going to question that. Even I would be like, clearly a tragedy. I am so sorry for your loss. So quite frankly, I think it's fair that no one immediately jumps to, maybe the man faked his death so that he could go to Uzbekistan for a woman he has never met, but was chatting with online. I think it's okay if your brain doesn't go there first. I think fair. I think that's fine. I think it's all right. Because that would not be the most logical conclusion. And also, I think that if that was your first conclusion, I do think that that would kind of make you an asshole for the family that is currently grieving whom they believe to be a missing loved one. So it's fine. You're fine. You're all right. Person that is normally a war historian had friends that were beefing with an education agency because of their bullshit and said war researcher decided to take a detour and dived into the history of the school education system and dredged up some dirt on them. Ooh. If there's one place that you know there's a load of shit to dig up, it is the education system. Around the world, I am sure, but especially here in the States, some fucked up shit goes down in schools.
For a new passport in May. Then in August, he takes pictures of all of his passports. He transfers a few funds to a foreign bank account, changes his email address, and is in constant communication with a woman from Uzbekistan. Then on the day that he disappears, he clears his search history, syncs his iCloud, and according to investigators, quote, he had planned to head to Europe and try to mislead investigators. He purchased an airline gift card to buy the ticket so that I guess his wife wouldn't see the transactions.
Okay.
And how about the actual fake drowning? Ryan states that he had this child-sized inflatable boat. Okay. Then he strings his kayak. He paddles out into the deep part of the lake, capsizes the kayak, and then rows the little inflatable child-sized boat back to shore. He also dumped his phone in the lake. Then once he gets to shore, he had hidden an electric bike nearby. He rides that electric bike all the way to Madison, where he gets on a bus to Detroit, Michigan. Then he crosses the land border into Canada, and then he gets on a plane to head to wherever he is now.
Which we don't know?
At least the authorities are not telling us.
That is a lot of effort. That is a lot of effort to avoid divorce. Flabbergasted yet again. If you want to send some juicy discussion, I can send to you. Ooh. Feel free to share in the Discord room. I love a juicy chisme story. Some gossip is good. You feel bad for the family? I do too. That man is determined. Indeed. Imagine if he had funneled some of that determination into A, therapy, and B, getting a lawyer and being like, hey, babe, it's time that we separate, okay? Okay? It's time we separate. You can keep the house. You can keep the kids. I'm taking my name off of the kid's birth certificate, and I am going to live abroad. Like, comparatively, I feel like that is equally as complicated as what was just explained that he did. Objectively. Dedication, but the bad kind. Exactly, Jelly. Exactly. It's a lot of podcast episodes. It's a lot of podcast episodes. Oh, yeah, Rotten Mango does a lot of podcast episodes, not only of Rotten Mango. I think Stephanie Sue, our girl here, has like 3 podcasts or something. She's a busy lady. That's crazy. And each one is on like different topics, so not everything is true crime. She has some silly ones that, like I said, I'll be reacting to you guys about. Oh, I get you, Rem. I get you, Rem. The one that you're talking about. Oh, okay. Oh, so it's a series, a long podcast of one story? I know that there are podcasts like that. And listen, I love a podcast. I love a good podcast. And like, okay, if that's okay to share. You can go ahead and share the name of the podcast. That's more than fine, Rem. Yeah, that's more than fine. I'm always looking for new things to share. 3 to 4 hours per episode. Whoa. Crazy. Those are long. I'm curious.
Okay.
They just said Eastern Europe.
That is a crazy movie plot.
Gone boy.
Gone boy. Exactly.
He just gone boyed.
Gone boy,
Yeah.
indeed.
The sheriff states he did his research. One of the reasons why he picked Green Lake was because it was the deepest lake in Wisconsin. He thought his plan was going to pan out, but it didn't go the way he planned. So now
Evidently
we're
not.
trying to give him a different plan as to how to come back home.
Thank
The
you,
sheriff
Rem.
states that he chose the wrong
I'll
sheriff's
check it
department
out.
because Ryan said, I thought that you guys would only search for me for like 2 weeks before presuming me dead so that my family could get the life insurance policy.
So do you think it's also like no body, no insurance type of thing? Like,
I think you have to wait like 7 years. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. But the sheriff states, well, I hate to tell you, you picked
Thank you, Ray, for the Hydrate Redeem. Thank you. Life insurance fraud is rampant. The amount of true crime that revolves around life insurance fraud is quite crazy. Everyone take a sippy. Make sure you're staying hydrated. I mean, I suppose if you're an evil person, there's really no point in me trying to understand. But I just don't get people who commit crimes for life insurance purposes, because life insurance has a lot of rules. I feel like if you're committing crimes for life insurance, those are always the things that I hear about because the person got caught because they were trying to commit crime for life insurance. I feel, isn't that like so many of the crimes that you hear about and that go viral? There's some insert of, and they were after the life insurance, and they had just taken out a life insurance policy, and it's like, way to plant your own evidence, I guess. I mean, if you want to make the prosecution's job even easier, I don't think they'll object, but goddamn. I don't know. I just always go into like, I don't know. I guess I expect a bit of an evil mastermind every now and then, and It just doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. Some retail stores had peasant death insurance. What in the world? Just realized you hadn't typed anything. Had to make sure you knew I was still there. Oh, no worries, Ray. It's okay if you lurk. That's more than okay. I also have a lurk command for you guys. If you guys are ever like, you know what, I'm gonna just be chilling, vibing in the background. I am lurk friendly. Don't ever feel pressure to chat in the chat. It's totally okay, guys. I'm just happy that you're here with me while I yap. That's it. That's it. Peasant death insurance isn't the proper term because that shit won't fly, but it was basically how they talked about it. Not to get too expensive. Remember not to get too expensive life insurance. That's funny. Because sometimes it goes from making sure your family is well to do after you're gone to them awaiting your death for the moolah. Oh, so true. Listen. You can't hit the lurk command. Can't ever let them know I'm watching. Oh my god, Sochi. You're over here plotting, are you? Sochi. Don't be petty. I'm innocent. I told you I didn't do anything. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh my god, what was I gonna say about... Oh, yeah, a little bit. I'm not gonna go too deep into it because it's hella complicated. But I had my own family drama with, inheritance. Don't get excited. Your girl ain't rich. I'm not. But that's kind of my point, is my family is not wealthy. We are working class, all right? We've always been. Maybe some of us middle class maximum, all right? But that's it, all right? Paycheck to paycheck, every paycheck matters, okay? And even still, when someone had an asset, shit got ugly. Oof. You think you know a person, you think you know people. And then a singular asset, a singular will contract starts getting involved. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for what that showed me about society, about people. I was like, God damn, over this? It's not even like I can tell you guys oh yeah, we had an estate or something, or like how Sochi is saying, castle confirmed. I wish, at least if I was inheriting a castle, again, it wouldn't have excused how people behaved, but at least I could have been a castle, rich people shit. I guess it makes a little bit more sense. Nah. Nothing even remotely close to that. It was the singular moment in my life that showed me most of all that adults have no idea what the fuck they're doing. Adults have no clue. Oh my god. And then adults who, oh god. You know what? That is a whole ass story right there, but I know I'm being hella vague, but again, it's because that shit got so complicated. There were contracts, there were lawyers involved, there was back and forth. It was you know what I can say? It was like a telenovela, you guys. It was deadass like a telenovela. The twists and turns. You had the abuelita, you had the tias, you had the distant cousins. It was crazy. It was crazy. Craziness. Ray, you thought you were typing and saying... Oh, it's okay, Ray. Ray thought you were speaking to me with your mind. Because we're wives, so I get you. I get you. You were sending me your thoughts. And you had to listen into the life insurance beef in your family. You too, Rem. Oof. I wish it on no one. It's crazy. I told my mom I didn't... Jelly, you told your mom you didn't want anything? Hey. It's not worth the grief, let me tell you, Jelly. It's not worth the fucking grief. And it also showed me that when the day comes that your girl is old and I am ready to peace out, guys. Peace out, y'all. I am making an ironclad will because apparently people don't know how to not be freaks about that stuff. Evidently so. Can relate. You can relate to, right? Oh my god. Everyone can relate, apparently. People get cutthroat and inheritance lawyers are shockingly essential. They are. They're so essential. Novela presenta. Yep. You guys get me. You guys get me.
The wrong sheriff in the wrong department. As for how the authorities got in contact with Ryan, they were able to get in contact with a woman who spoke Russian through his laptop. I guess maybe there were some remnants of a woman. And that's it. They won't say who this woman is. They won't say if it's the same woman from Uzbekistan. They won't say what her relation to Ryan is. They won't say anything. Just a woman who speaks Russian. That's it. That's all we got. Sheriff Padal states in the press conference, the great news is that we know that he is alive and well. The bad news is that we don't know where Ryan exactly is, and he has not yet decided.
I just realized this is a moment where you're like, the good news is the missing person is alive and well. The bad news is the missing person is alive and well in Uzbekistan, where we were not thinking that he was.
To return home. And it's been really hard for the kids, which would be considered an understatement. During the press conference, Sheriff Mike Padal was asked, how's the family doing? The family is doing rather well. We met with him earlier today. It was a big shocker for them. I put a lot on his wife's shoulders.
I'm sure.
It was hard because of her kids, and she couldn't tell them or anyone. So for a while, she couldn't tell them that the sheriff believed he was alive. Yeah. So community members are coming up to her, apologizing, giving her condolences. And she's like, I think my husband faked his death and is in Eastern Europe, but I can't even say that.
Villain origin
Like
story.
his wife. That is one strong lady. Whenever we called on her, she always responded, and she gave everything that she could.
He went peace out indeed. Also, good luck with the cleaning, Jelly. I get you. I've done that before. I've decided to start organizing in the dead of the night. Why? I don't know. I have no idea. Me and you are the same person, Jelly, essentially. Imagine thinking dad is dead to dad has an elaborate affair. Truly. Now that's something to fuck up your kids with. Oh my goodness. Best time to clean, in my opinion. It just hits different. Honestly, so true. So true. And I'm like one of those hyperfixation people where once I get the urge, it's too late. My mind's not going to be settled until I have organized that drawer that for whatever reason my brain has decided it needs to be sorted. Right now, in this moment. All lives depend on this. Avengers level shit right here. That's truly how my hyperfixation gets. Twins! Triplets now with Ray.
For us.
He says, that lady is very strong. Very strong. The press asks, so there's no indication that any family members had any connection with Ryan and what he did? No, there is not. He goes on to state later.
His biggest concern is how the community is going to react to him. And I can see that. He staged his death, unfortunately.
So, he is a little nervous about coming back, and he doesn't want to come back.
Valid. Neither would I.
You know those cute PowerPoint videos that your phone makes with the old photos that you come across every few months? For yourself or as a gift that keeps giving.
That ad reminded me that I need to practice something.
The sheriff is asked, has he expressed remorse for what he put his family through? Yeah, he talks about that. He also talks about how he feels bad for the amount of hours that we've put in and the community. He says, I got myself in this situation and I just got to try to get myself out of it. Sheriff Padal does state that Ryan gets emotional at times and that he's, quote, trying to work out the right things. Sheriff Padal states, we just want him to come back home, rejoin his family. They just want their dad back. They love him. They want him back in their lives. Christmas is coming, and what better gift could he give to his kids than to be here for Christmas? Which could be true, or it could be a way for him to get Ryan back home to be charged. But they do state that they have been in contact with Ryan every single day since he sent that video. So potential charges are for faking his death. Ryan could be charged with a misdemeanor for obstruction, which is crazy. The actual act of faking his death is not illegal. Having everyone search for him, causing a whole spectacle in the area and on a national scale is technically not illegal. Like it's not, yeah, it's the fact that he planted the kayak that's illegal. If he just disappeared without misleading investigators by putting things in certain places that make them search the lake, that make them do certain things, then technically it's not illegal. And even if...
This is where you really realize how crazy law is. Because what do you mean it's not illegal to fake your death? Nani? ¿Qué? What do you mean? Laws are strange. Laws are so strange. If you guys are ever looking for a crazy, weird, random time, just look up laws in your local area. Because I know we have some weird ones, and they vary state by state, actually. Some very weird laws. I can't remember one off the top of my head, but it'll come to me eventually, and I'll let you guys know. Emotional? Honey, that doesn't begin to describe what this is. So true. And you know how he's describing, like, oh, we want her to come, we want him to come home for his family because it's about to be Christmas, la da 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 da. And then I would be the wife being like, yeah, I totally want babe to come home. Yeah, bring him back here. Bring him back to me. I totally... Best Christmas present ever. If you bring that man in front of me. Ooh. Let me tell you, the police are gonna have someone new to arrest. In Minecraft, allegedly. Interesting information, exactly right. Isn't there a law about it is illegal to pass a margarine as butter? Probably a rem, actually. That wouldn't shock me one bit, but that's a fascinating one. So strange and random, too.
It is a charge. It's a weak little misdemeanor.
Yeah.
The law professor states that him either giving an officer false information or knowingly placing physical evidence that would mislead the investigation is obstruction. That's $10,000 or a max of 9 months in prison. However, the real legal trouble comes in if the feds want to go in and charge him for insurance fraud, because that would actually be a felony. Like, that charge is higher than the obstruction. The way insurance fraud is considered a worse crime than this, it just tells us what lobbying is doing. Okay, insurance companies have lobbied extensively to make sure insurance fraud gets classified as a felony in most jurisdictions. They paid a lot of money to legislators. To make things even more bizarre is that he's allegedly an insurance agent prior to all of this. So in this situation, the potential penalties likely won't be as extensive, considering the family never actually received the payout. Honestly, we don't even know if he's ever coming back to the US, but it would be about a few years in prison. And on top of that, the sheriff's department would likely seek restitution between $35,000 to $45,000.
Yeah, as they should.
For the search. Keith, who runs Bruce's Legacy, which was a foundation that he set up for his brother Bruce, he said about this whole search, you know, it was disheartening because he could have spent that time looking for others.
Yeah.
He says, you meet all kinds of people in the world, and I guess this guy just went to the extremes, faking his disappearance. So it's a first. He definitely cost us a lot of grief, a lot of money, repairs, and equipment. I just hope he comes forward sooner rather than later so the family can move on. There is no way to force Ryan back. We don't know where he is, and if he is in Uzbekistan, the US does not have an extradition treaty with them. Many netizens do not want Ryan to come back. They comment, he needs to, quote, come home to his kids, the same kids that he abandoned and convinced he died in a tragic accident. He needs to pay child support and stay the hell away from their lives.
True.
Other netizens point out that Ryan is not dumb. He knows better than to come home, even if the sheriff is saying, we're just trying to get him home to his family. They write, the sheriff is catfishing Ryan right now. His butt is going to be in prison the minute he steps on US soil. He knows better than to come home. Another comment reads, they don't want that man to come home back for his kid. They want their $40,000 back. One netizen points out the fact that his family must have gone through all the stages of grief, and it just amplifies their trauma. They read, They mourned him and everything. That's messed up. I don't care how tired of life he was. He didn't have the guts to tell the truth. Those poor kids. How weird and crazy is that? He faked his own death and put his wife and children through that trauma. They're definitely better out without him. Another comment reads, I can't even imagine this level of rejection from a parent. Leaving is one thing, but faking your whole death is just a different level of cruel punishment. My heart aches for his kids. The damage that he caused is going to affect them for the rest of their lives. Others are just hoping for the worst for Ryan.
Honestly, same. See, they say that there is no way to force Ryan here. Yet again, I offer John Wick. Villain origin story for that wife if she wanted to. Where there is a will, there is a way. I have no doubt, especially with the internet. Just saying hypothetically in Minecraft, allegedly.
Right, imagine he went all the way to Uzbekistan just to be catfished, lol. Another netizen writes, imagine if the guy who faked his death and the guy on the TikTok were both catfished by the same woman in Uzbekistan. To which another netizen responds, imagine if the wife is the one that catfished him to get rid of him by convincing him to leave the country and fake his death so that she could keep the house and the kids and collect life insurance payout. Which clearly is not the case here, but I guess it's an interesting what if that makes people feel better. I would be doing a disservice by not highlighting some insane comments. Some netizens point to the idea that someone should have seen this coming, writing, he looks miserable in his family pictures. Imagine the amount of nagging it required for him to reach this point, LMAO.
That is crazy.
Yeah. Another agrees, stating he looks hella uncomfortable around his family in this photo. I don't know, man. I would just let him be. He looks traumatized with his family. I guess strange minds think alike. Another comment reads, saw this story on the news the other day. He supposedly had a bad bitch waiting for him in another country. LOL. I mean, that's one of the reasons why he faked his death. I could give you 4 more reasons, aka his 3 kids and his wife. Some even write, how do you know his wife wasn't the problem? To my amazement, a lot of people actually have that take. I would like to say the vast majority are not siding with Ryan, but one comment reads, well, at least he didn't unalive his family like they usually do.
The bar
many
is
netizens
low.
actually share this sentiment, which to a degree, I think, yes, we can all agree killing people is bad, and it could always be far worse. It could have been far worse like it has been with others before, but it's still a crazy thing to say and do, and he should probably serve jail time, if not even alone for the fact that you're kind of scary to go that far to fake your death, which people are pointing out. The bar is so low for men that a man faking his death is met with, well, at least he didn't murder his entire family. But some netizens think it's just an excuse for him to move on with his life, saying, I'm happy he didn't kill them. Let him live his European life. I'm not saying I agree, but I understand. Just kidding. At least he didn't unalive his family. Another comment reads that everyone should be happy that they're all alive, saying he left them a hefty insurance policy and their lives. LOL. The only people mad is the insurance company. Everybody else is a hating ass. Another comment wildly puts it, well, nobody died, so I don't think anybody should be mad. He just hated it.
The internet was a mistake. The internet was a mistake. We should regress to monkey. That is where I plant my flag. Corey, first time chatter. Hello, welcome on in. With a spicy message to start it off. Did I get out of a gold mine? Because my smile is a great treasure. What book did you pull that one out of? The internet was a mistake. That is, prime message of this story. What a crazy ride. I don't think
kids, and I'm okay
there's
with that
much
because he
more
didn't kill
left.
With one
This
even
is crazy.
with one even implying that the wife and children need to move on. His former family should just respect his wishes. He doesn't exist anymore to them, and the wife should file to be a free woman.
He could have gotten
Internet is a
divorced.
Interesting place, huh?
Yeah. Some even tried to feel sorry for the guy, writing, in this patriarchal system, quote, patriarchal, because we're not in a patriarchy. If he wanted a divorce, he would lose everything and be working every day just to give it away. It wouldn't really be any different than staying married. I'm sure he thought there was no way out besides marriage counseling. Jeez.
This is a passport, bro.
Yeah, these are absolutely diabolical things to say about this situation, but not as crazy as another comment that reads, how annoying do you think his family was for him to do something like this?
Oh, God.
Another reads, his wife must be a real bitch. Kidding, kidding. But he must have had the worst wife and kids ever. Faking your death to get away from them is pretty extreme. Another, I can't hate. They were probably annoying. At least he ain't no killer. They need to leave that man be. His family must be the worst people to put up with. You know, what drove him to such desperation? I would look at the wife. Another, someone call the police for this one, reads, it probably would have been easier to kill her than to talk to her about divorce. Another just jokes. He didn't let his family stop him from letting him be with the love of his life. And you gotta respect that. I don't blame him. Some very good-looking women over there in Uzbekistan. Yeah. Women from there are very beautiful, skinny, and not fat. Just say no to pizza. Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
pizza.
but then you have some women commenting.
Excuse you.
And they just write, how
Fuck
do I get
that.
my husband to do this? Yeah, and some people just write, don't let your wife stop you from finding your dream girlfriend. Or another one reads, somewhere, someone just purchased a kayak, is watching this, and is looking at his return receipt thinking, damn, back to the drawing board.
Oh,
These are
dear.
some crazy takes.
And that is the case of the missing kayaker found alive. Well, missing kayaker presumed dead, found alive with a woman from Uzbekistan connected to a TikTok of another man who wants to go to Uzbekistan.
Evidently.
You think the TikTok played a role in this case or no?
I think it played a role in making the case a lot more viral.
Viral, for
So
sure.
that's not why he reached out to
No.
send the video.
No.
Oh, okay. It's just the police are saying that.
Yeah, so the police did 2 press conferences. And I think, you know, even from early October, he knew that they knew he was alive. The TikTok wasn't posted until November. So the police were onto him early October. Yes. And then everything just kind of blew up in November. The police did a press conference, the TikTok, mainstream media picked up on it. The police did another press conference, and it just went crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. And I went to the depths of Passport Bro forums for this one.
She did the sacrifice for all of us. The poor girl, the poor girl did it all for us. Maybe my house is not a palace, but I want you as my queen. Okay. Suppose we have another one. Jelly. Oh my word. Every day on the internet is a fascinating day, isn't it? What you've been up to, Jelly? What have you been up to? How's the cleaning going? I'm dying. You thought there was a fanfic going around. And you found your lost sock. Oh my god, I'm cracking up. I'm dying. I am dying. Cross your fingers, everyone. I'm gonna do something that crashed my OBS last time. Let's see, let's see. Oh. Oh. Hey, here we are. Here we are. Let's cut that. Oh my god. OBS did not crash this time. Hey, 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 hey. Oh god. Corey, I suppose the thirst is strong with this one, isn't it? I do suppose so. You found... Jelly, you meant a good book, not... Oh, good book. True. Very much so. Right. Oh my god. Yeah, potions! Let me see, because sometimes the potions can get a little bit loud. Yeah, the last time I tried to switch on over to this scene, I crashed my OBS. So, I really did a Hail Mary there for a second. I did a Hail Mary, let me tell you. That was a Hail Mary. Because anything could have happened. Wow, indeed. I'm stun locked. I'm gonna be dead ass honest. Oh my goodness. Let me see. Slay! I like that one so much. What a day. What a day, what a video, what a night. What a time to be alive on the internet and in the world. Shit's crazy. OMG. Well, on the one hand, I'm so glad that my OBS didn't crash so that I can show you guys my beautiful background. Because I don't go onto the scene very much. You guys would have seen it earlier if, like I said, I didn't have the terror set into my soul of, it crashing my stream. So, here you are. And I loved that video so much because I love Rotten Mango. I wish I could watch more Rotten Mango with you guys, but most of the other things that Rotten Mango posts is much more graphic. Not most of her stuff is like really heavy true crime, and I don't really want to do that in this space. I mostly want light true crime, like the one that we just watched today, if I cover any. But next time I do, I want to cover another Stephanie Sue video, but from her other podcast. And I want to do the one where she talks about host clubs. Because I think specifically that one host, Ryland? I want to cover that whole phenomenon over there, because I think it'll be a lot of fun. And you guys get to continue to hear me yap. The yapper that I am. Of all the flowers, the rose is the most beautiful, and out of the women, you are the most beautiful. Thank you, Corey. I appreciate that one. It feels illegal to read this. Jelly, let me tell you, the first comment, I think I was stun locked for a minute, and I don't get stun locked very often, but as I say, every day on the internet is an interesting day. Oh my goodness. I hope that you guys had fun listening to me yap and react to Rotten Mango. I wanted to have someone to yap with about those for a long while. Now I want to read a book. What kind of book, Jelly? What kind of book are we talking about? I see you. Hey. I see you. That was crazy. It was, right? Oh my goodness. No bad book hides it. Like I'd believe that. In your guys' defense, I expect nothing less of my chat. Sip. Sippy sip, innocent sips, say nothing. We're all innocent here. It's not like never mind, I was gonna say something. Erase the thought, erase the thing that I was about to say. I was going to say nothing. Nothing at all. Honestly, we should sit and read a book to react. Oh my god. You know what? That could be hilarious. Like a fanfic or something too? It's a good idea, Jelly. That's a good idea. Ooh, now I have to find something. If you guys have any recs, let me know. If you guys have any good recommendations that's fairly... Send me ones that are like general stream friendly, and then let me know if something's like an 18 plus stream. Just so that we can distinguish that. Oh my god. hilarious. The shenanigans, shenanigans that we get up to at this hour. Only in Shanti's stream, we freaks. Indeed, indeed, I suppose. And I'm scared to say his name in case it summons him, but hopefully you know who. Mr. He who shall not be named of the Flores, lest I summon him. He doesn't know. He doesn't know any better. He doesn't know what's happening at midnight. He's a teacher. He shouldn't be up at this hour, so we should be good. We should be good. We should be in the clear. Next time... so next time I will either be doing another yap sesh for you guys, reacting to that goodness, and reacting to that video I was telling you about. He's spontaneous. That's one way to put it. You never know. True. He could be hiding around the corner for all I know. Or I'll continue Expedition 33. We'll see what mood I'm in, because I was thinking about continuing it today, but then I wasn't in the mood, really. I wasn't really in the mood. Let me actually... Your girl hasn't raided in a hot minute, but I also stream at like an ungodly hour, as you guys all know, so I don't think that anyone is live alongside me. Let me see. I'm also on my other browser, which is absolutely... I do not have a good setup on my other screen. They're not attached, so... let's see what we have here. Expand, please. Thank you. Yeah, pretty much everyone I know isn't streaming right now. Again, we're bats true to our name, awake at the wee hours of the night. We are. Camera system, oh my goodness, it's good to see you. Have you been lurking the whole time? It's good to see you. Thank you for the Coven offering, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Let me see. I will check if no one else that we know is live. Then we'll just say goodbye for the night, but let's see if I can't find someone. Who is this person? Do I know them? I do not. Oh, I just realized the audio on that was on. Camera system, you just got here. Yes. Oh, I'm so sad, camera. Yeah. Oh my god, camera. I think you are in the Discord, right, camera? Because you should get an instant alert there whenever I go live. I am also trying to post on Twitter anytime I'm live so that you don't miss it. Yeah, because I haven't seen you in a hot minute, camera. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Good night, Jelly. Good night. Of course. I'm crying too, Jelly. I see what you see. Good night. I hope that everyone has a wonderful night. I don't think that we'll be raiding today because no one that I know is live at this ungodly hour. We're little insomniacs over here. We are. Almost 1 in the morning. You've been well? I hope I've been the same. I have been. Oh, thank you so much, camera. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for stopping in, even just to say hi. I appreciate you. And I hope to see you around the Discord, if you feel like joining, if you're already there. I think you're already there. And I hope I see you next time. Most likely I won't be live tomorrow. Most likely. but I will be live on Saturday. I'll be live Saturday, and I'll actually be live Saturday earlier than usual. I'll be live at 8 p.m. PST on Saturday, and I'm going to be doing a repo collab. Yay! So that'll be really fun to look forward to. So thank you guys for a lovely night, and I will see you all next time. Good night, good night. Besitos. Yippee!